today, in this video, I'll perform an experiment that shows the study of acid and bases and solubility equilibria. So I gathered all the materials needed for the experiment. I have here a red cabbage, milk, lemon juice, vitamin C in water, salt in water, brown sugar in water, soda, tomato, vinegar, sodium bicarbonate, baking powder, vinegar, distilled water, bleach, shampoo, soapy water, and detergent. I also have here a plate and 2 droppers. So the first step that we're going to do is, with this red cabbage, we're going to slice it into small pieces. Then we're gonna put in the pot. Then we're gonna heat and boil it for 30 minutes. So after 30 minutes of boiling, we're going to let it cool first. Then after, extract the red cabbage juice and put in the glass jar. So this is it now. So after doing the first, second, third, and fourth procedure, we will go next to fifth. So using the dropper, I'm going to place a lemon juice onto the plate, 2 to 3 drops of the lemon juice. So 1, 2, 3. Because I don't have any dropper, so I'll just clean it with water so that I will just use with the other chemical. So next, I'm going to place, using this dropper, 1 to 2 drops of the red cabbage juice. One, two. So, as you can see, the mixture of the lemon and the red cabbage juice, the color changed. The color changed into color pink. So here it is, the mixture of the lemon juice and the red cabbage juice. Next. Next is the milk. One, two, three. Then I'll add 1 to 2 drops of the red cabbage juice. 1, 2. So as you can see, the mixture of the milk and the red cabbage juice turns into white. Next is the vitamin C in water. One, two, three. I'll add 2 drops of red cabbage juice. One, two. So as you can see, the mixture of the vitamin C and the red cabbage juice, it turns to color red. Next mixture is the salt and water. One, two, three. We're gonna add 2 drops. One, two. So look at that. The mixture of the salt and water and the red cabbage juice, it turns into color green, a little green and a little blue. Next is the brown sugar in water. One, two, three. So it turns into like color black. Then, so the mixture of the brown sugar in water and the red cabbage juice, it turns into black. Next is the soda. One, two, three. So the mixture of the soda and the red cabbage juice, it turns out like there's a little red reflection and a color brown. Next is the distilled water. The mixture of the distilled water and the red cabbage juice, it turns out like into a color violet. Next is the tomato juice. So the mixture of the tomato and the red cabbage juice, it turns like into color red. It's a light color red. Next is the soapy water. So for the mixture of the soapy water and the red cabbage juice, I think the color of the red cabbage juice, it remains. So there's no really changes in color. Next is the bleach. So the mixture of the bleach and the red cabbage juice, it turns into color white. It really turns into transparent. Next is using the shampoo. I'll just add more since I have a lot of shampoo. Well, I think there's no color change in this mixture. Next is the sodium bicarbonate. So I'll just add wow. Turns out into so the mixture of the sodium bicarbonate and the red cabbage juice, it turns into color, is it a light blue? or there's a color of blue and there's also a color of green. Next is the baking powder. I think the color, it's not really that it changed, but it's just what I've observed, it's just bubbling. Next is the detergent. Wow. So the mixture of the detergent and the red cabbage juice, it turns into color green. Last is the vinegar. So the mixture of the vinegar and the red cabbage juice turns into color red. So since I already done with the experiment, I'm going to answer the question. So here is the question. What happened when the red cabbage was boiled? So a bluish violet juice was extracted from the cabbage. This one. Second question, what color change occurred when the red cabbage juice was mixed with the lemon juice? So I think the blue turns red. The blue turns red when the red cabbage juice was mixed to lemon juice. 3. What color change occurred when the red cabbage juice was mixed with the soapy water? So I think there's no change at all in color when we mix the soapy water with the red cabbage juice. So that's all. Thank you. Next video of our experiments, I already gathered all the materials needed. I have here a vinegar. Here, I already put it in the bowl. I have a measuring spoon. I have sodium bicarbonate. I have a mixing bowl. I have a coal. I have a goggle. So I will place a spoonful of baking soda in the bowl. So here. The next, I'm gonna slowly add the vinegar. tablespoon of vinegar. So this is the mixture of the vinegar and the baking soda. Answer all the questions here. What happened when the two ingredients were mixed? So as what you could see, when we mix the baking soda with vinegar, the bubble occurred. So second, which of the following is an acceptable conclusion based on your answer in question 1? The possible products of the reaction is gas, because when we mix the baking soda with the vinegar, actually it reacts, and that reaction, it has a products and it decomposed into water and carbon dioxide gas, and that carbon dioxide gas, it forms bubbles. So that's why the bubbles occurs when we mix the vinegar with the baking soda. Next, which of the reacting ingredient is an acid? So our reacting, our acid there is the vinegar. So 4, which of the reacting ingredients is a base? So our base is our baking soda. So how did you identify the acid and the base? Actually, it's based on the previous experiment that what I did a while ago. And that's all.